Okay, cool. We are officially live. All right, people. Now that we're back online, everything's good. Everything's great. Welcome, welcome. Alrighty. We'll give it a couple minutes, and then yeah, we'll start streaming, I guess. Can I turn this off, maybe? Okay. I think we're good. That's crazy. I still have that. All right, cool. All righty. Yes, we are back. We are back. We are back. All right, we're going to give it 2 more minutes, and then we're going to start doing some unboxing. Heavy team lift. Yes. This is a little bit on the heavier side than normal. I will tell you, it is already heavier than my other printer. So, hey, if anybody's over in the YouTube land, can you just go ahead and make a comment? And I just want to make sure that everything is going okay. Bueller? Does it even tell me? Oh, yeah, it does tell me who's there. All right, well, I guess I'll have to do it myself. Well, there's one viewer. Can somebody... Is this going through? It is. Yes, thank you. Thank you, bud. Okay. That's a very small chat, though. So I think we're just going to leave you guys on the small screen here. Can I do this, maybe? There we go. That's a little better. That way I'm not looking at everything and I can see comments. All right. Yeah, if you guys can, go ahead and share this out. That would be great. And yeah. Let me share this really quick. And wherever I may be. That's not what I wanted. Okay. I just need to copy this. Yo, yo, yo. Well, I guess they don't allow hyperlinks there, but that's all right. That's fine. All right. I think we gave ourselves enough time. When you said Bueller, I kept thinking Bueller's Day Off. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I was thinking of. Or referring to, I should say. Anyone? Anyone? All right. We'll give it two more minutes. Okay. Because I just sent out some links. So we'll see if anybody else pops in here. We got 3 people on the YouTubes. On the YT. You guys can join on the YT if you want. If you guys aren't subscribing and you feel like it, please go ahead and do so. The more the merrier. That would be great. So, but yeah, we're checking out the Snapmaker U1. So, just to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, I met one of the reps for Snapmaker at Rapid TCT last year, just briefly. They had a booth with IBOS or EBOS, however you want to call it. I know the guy from EBOS pretty well. I'm not going to try and say his name because I'm going to butcher it. But I've known him for quite some time. And, we were just kind of chit-chatting. This was before the U1 was even kind of talked about. Like, he knew about it, but obviously couldn't really say too much about it. And obviously with the same thing I did with the Carbon X1 from Bamboo, I wanted to wait a little bit to make sure that the bugs and the kinks got worked out a little bit. And I wanted to see everybody's thoughts on what this printer can do. And so I started seeing a lot of more positive reviews than negative. So I was like, all right, cool. It's definitely not up to par to like Bamboo from what I can tell in terms of like consistent reliability. But there's specific case uses that I wanted to do that obviously my Bamboo cannot do. Specifically multi-color TPU or just TPU easily in general. So I wanted something that can do that. Well, this can easily do that. Obviously, that's not all we're going to use it for. We're going to utilize it for all of its worth. But it just so happened to be that one of my fellow, I guess, coworkers from Tom's Hardware, Denise, so shout out to Denise for hooking me up with this. We were discussing about new printers and things like that, and I had mentioned my interest in the Snapmaker U1, and she was like, yeah, that's a pretty good printer. I believe we already did a review for Tom's Hardware. I could be wrong. I'll have to take a look after this, but they apparently she started talking to the person who I had met at Rapid TCT. And he was like, oh, yeah, I know who he is. We were chit-chatting a little bit here and there. And, we'll send him one. And that's all I heard. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get my hopes up, but if it comes, hey, that's awesome. So, and sure enough, it came. So again, shout out to Denise and shout out to Blaine specifically from Snapmaker for getting this opportunity to me. Super kudos. So, all right. I'm planning to pick up a U1 ASAP. New Ventures weren't multicolor. So, I mean, I have a multicolor printer, right? I have AMSs. I don't know if you guys can see that out of shot. These are custom rack mounted AMS holders. They're not great, but they work for what I need. Okay. I wouldn't consider using them for long term. They're very bulky, very clunky. I could probably design them a whole heck of a lot better, but for what I needed, they work, right? But like I said, they're very flimsy, so you just got to be careful with them. Anyway, so I do have a printer that has had multicolor. Obviously, this can do 4 colors, and you can hot swap if you need to. That's perfectly fine. But my main vision for this thing was shoes. TPU printed shoes. If you guys did not see, I did get a brand new pair of gym shoes. Now these are resin printed, so obviously the quality is far superior to any FDM that will be out there. But these are RK shoes, and I'll do a little promo video of them, but they are absolutely crazy comfy for jogging, running, whatever. So they're really, really nice. But my main thing was to try and create TPU shoes. So I've been kind of doing that on the Bamboo, as you can see, and they're okay. But my biggest concern here is all these supports are a pain in the ass to remove. So what we can do is we can swap a color for a PLA or a PETG. I forget which one doesn't bond to TPU all that well, but we can swap a filament to essentially make that into our breakaway supports and make it easier. So I saw these shoes, and this is one of the ones that I wanted to do. I wanted to make it multicolor. I've had this for probably about 2 months now. And unfortunately I sized it wrong. That's typical. But yeah, so PLA, is that what you said? Yeah, PLA. Sorry, I'm on TikTok, by the way, as well, if you guys are interested in stopping over there, for those who are on YouTube. And then for those who are on TikTok, I am also on the YouTubes. So anyway, so yeah, I wanted to do like an actual true version of this, and, you know, try and make them wearable and my own custom looking, even though the original one looks like what I would do for color-wise. So anyway, the other plus side to this is, unlike the Bamboo that I've been using, the Bamboo is 256 by 256 by 256. This is boasting that it's 270 by 270 by 270. I don't know if that's necessarily true, or if that's like the actual true build volume with the heads on it and everything. I have no idea, but we'll get to that at some point. So without further ado, let's get this bad boy open. Obviously, safety first. Always, always, always cut away from you. And I'm terrible at cutting straight lines. So if you know there was ever a murder mystery and you see that something is, you know, super jagged, probably. But anyway, let's get it open. Oh, I should have had like a light shine down on there. All right, so as we open this right away, everything is very nicely packed. I guess we're just going to have to put this on the ground and pull it out. They got a nice beefy handle here. So like I said, this is a little heavy. So it is suggested to have 2 people to lift this, but we're a one-man show. So it is what it is. Let's see if we can do this. Whew. Yeah. All right. So, could get that up out of the way. Get that in the front. Whew, that is a big boy. Big heavy boy. All right. So first and foremost, we have a giant manual here. I wouldn't say like super giant, but that's a pretty beefy boy. I don't know how we're gonna open that, but we'll get to that. All right. This is packaged very, very well. As you can see, there's bubble wrap, well, a type of bubble wrap all around it. Let's check here. Connecting the dots, I am James. Oh, okay. What's up, Medic? How's it going? Well, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Oh boy, new printer time. What's up, Kari? How's it going? Beep, beep. All right. So, let's go ahead. Nicely in there. Want to open that for me so I can throw this stuff in here? Thank you. There was a lot of tape everywhere. So be prepared for a lot of cutting. I'm guessing a spool of filaments. Nope, nope, maybe. Spools of filaments? Maybe? We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Let's see what this is. Can we get this off? Oh, man. Unbox that. Just watch the camera there. Alrighty. I have a love and hate relationship with this tape. It's really, really good for what it does, but it's too good for what it does. Aha! Now, I have heard from several people that this is quite the journey to put together. So we might be in for a little bit of a ride tonight, putting this together, because it's been a hot minute before I put together a machine before. So... Thank you, assistant. Now, I will say this is kind of odd because it's like, it's short the front way, but yet long the other way. Rightfully so, because it has the multi-tool head system in the back here. So it needs to be wider in the back. So that's really cool. There are nice little lift up tabs for the tape here, so you can easily take all of the tape off very easily, which is very, very nice and handy for them to do. Thank you very much, Snapmaker. Hopefully you guys can hear my audio okay. You can hear my voice okay. Not that you really care.
On my end, I can hear it.
Okay, good. Lot of tape, lot of tape. An insane amount of tape everywhere. Okay. Hold on. Oh, I see. So there is exposed belts on the bottom. So this isn't like a fully enclosed system. Which I guess is kind of okay because obviously if you need to do some printer maintenance, you want to be able to get at it very easily, especially the belts. Okay, we're going to check some comments here. How much was that? It was free $3.99 for me. Yeah, so for those who don't know, I work for Tom's Hardware. No, this is not a review unit for Tom's Hardware. I do the resin side, but obviously, perks of the job, you tend to get some printers that people like to send you. So as I was stating earlier, it was just kind of a conversation thing that I was having with some fellow person, Denise, STL Denise, at Tom's Hardware, and she apparently reached out on my behalf and, yeah, set this all up. So, again, I thank you to Denise, and that was really nice of her. Good here and there. Good. That's good. That's good. Let's get your Discord out of here. All right. Let's take a fiber here. Great machine. Love mine so far. That's awesome. Hi, twin. Yes, the mini-me. He is here. What's up, Benjamin? How's it going? All right. So let's... Oh, God. Ooh, probably shouldn't be showing that off, but... All right. Excuse me. Get our trusty old directions out here. So we have packaging update notice. So it does say that it's added protective materials. So apparently there must have been some issues in the past with all of the packaging being a problem. So they have upgraded the packaging for those who are concerned or worried or thinking about getting this and, you know, worried about the condition that it will come in. I will tell you that this thing has been the most wrapped up printer that I have seen so far that I've had my hands on. So important assembly notice: over tightening screws on the tool head cable may damage the threads or even internal components. So be very, very careful when you are setting this up. Important assembly notice: to activate a secure fit, inserting the filament holder requires considerable force. Now, I will tell you that my first plans is to possibly print the spool-like cabinet things for them. Not cabinet. They're basically like the filament dryers. They look really, really cool. They make it huge, but it looks really cool. So let's go ahead, take this off. It's okay. Okay. Go on, set these up here. Chill, chill, chill. Chill, chill. I would do it! Oops, sorry. Well, I can't really pull those off. I think we got to move that. I don't know if we need to keep this, so we'll just put it off to the side for the time being. There is a giant thing of desiccant stuck to the inside. I don't know if they're going to use that or not, but we'll see about it later. So it does look like it has a PEI flex sheet to it with lots of magnets on the bottom here. Very, very interesting system already. So it looks like we are USB-C connected, and then there's a main connector. I'm not exactly sure what that is for, but we'll take a look at it here in a little bit. So just good. Okay. All right, everybody up to date, everybody good. All right, cool. Cool. All righty, moving along here, slowly but surely. Oh, this is like a shoebox. And what do we have inside? Do. A Snapmaker on a Snapmaker. Okay, so inside here, it looks like, I think this is the poop chute that goes inside. Looks like either a head or a motor or something. Looks like a swapping head, maybe two of them. Looks like it, not 100% sure. These look like the motors for the AMS system. Oh, so those are the feeders for the AMS, my bad. So I'm guessing there's probably two more underneath this, I would assume, for that. I could be wrong. But yeah, we'll take a look here in a quick sec. See what's in here. Kind of winging it. So, all right, so this is a tool kit with lots and lots of miscellaneous stuff inside of it. So we have our PTFE tubes. We have a nice little scraper, side cutters, an actual pretty good pair of side cutters. Lithium grease, looks like a brush. That's kind of nice to have. That's not something you see with normal printers. Sets of screws on each side here. Looks like nozzle cleaner, brush, an extra hot end, I'm guessing, some thermal grease. Nozzle unclogger, and a pair of Allen keys. So, pretty good so far. All right, so let's open up this box. Again, I'm guessing this is filament. 100%. Filament and a power cable, which we're not going to need the power cable right now. I've already set one up for us right now, so we can utilize that. Now, I did see that they do have RFID enabled ones, and yes, it does look like they have an RFID label attached to these. So let's see what standard colors we got. We got yellow, we got black, I'm guessing, and these are fast changing filaments. Red or orange, red. Yeah, so we have yellow, red, black, and white. Oh, God. Thank you for disposing yourself. Okay. We'll put these off to the side because we do not need those. We'll close this door because we don't want an Uncle Jesse moment. Sorry, bud. I had to. All right. Let's get this all set up. So we have quick start guide or safety guidelines. Which one should we choose? No, we'll just go through this really quick. So just some disclaimer stuff about how to use it. Obviously in different languages. That's pretty much just telling you everything about the system that you need to know. So now you're just somebody that I need to know. Did we lose everybody on TikTok? What's going on here? I haven't seen anybody comment on anything. All right. Make something cool. Okay, so we have a ton of parts. We're going to be in here for a while. Holy cow. That's a lot of assembly instructions. All right, well, it shows you how to unbox this and everything, even though we already unboxed it. So we're going to at least skip those instructions. Yep, we took that all out. We took that out. Did all of this. So like the first what, 20 pages or so. It's just taking out everything. Okay, so here's our first one that we need to go to. So we need the 2.0 hex key, which is the one closest to the brush. Okay, so that's that one. And I'm guessing that's to take out all the screws, which are properly labeled inside of the machine, just as most of these machines that are like the Core XY enclosed printers, they all have pretty much the same steps on how to remove everything. So they have, this one has a ton of screws. Normally it's just like 3 or 4 screws that are screwed down here, but this one is quite a bit. So it says remove 3 screws on the inside here. So there's 3 next to the build plate, and then there is 6, 3 up front, 3 in the back. And that essentially will remove everything that we need to get us started and on our way. So let's go ahead and get this all removed. We will start with the build plate ones because that's what it asks us to do. I will say that this is not the greatest area to unscrew very easily, especially with my meaty fingers, my meat hooks. Okay, there's one out. It is 9 o'clock, sir. You have school tomorrow.
I'm already messing up my sleep schedule by waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Why did you do that?
Because I'm trying to make myself more awake in the morning.
I'm sorry.
It's working now.
Did you guys hear that? Make himself wake up in the morning. What's wrong with you? Who are you? How dare you? Where's my son? I see some more people in the chat. But I cannot read comment because I am blind. I will say that it is nice that they made this a magnetic tip to get these out of here. So, what's up, SPC? How's it going? SFI, how's it going? All right, so we removed the 3 screws for the bed. Now we're going to remove the 6 screws for the inside. So there's 3 in the front, 3 in the back. And essentially what it is just a hold down bar for everything. So, but I will say that if you guys have like a automated way to do this, go ahead and do it because it's taking a while.
Like a roll or something?
Yeah. Which I have somewhere. I'm just too lazy to get it, and by the time I get everything situated, I'd probably be halfway done anyway, so no point. What's up, Dino? How's it going? There is TikTok land. There is people still out in TikTok land. Yeah, if you guys want, or if you can, go ahead and share this out to people. That would be fantastic. Share it out to some randos. See if they like it. Who knows? Maybe they're interested in this. I don't know why this is so tall. Let's bring you down. There we go. Sorry for those who are in YouTube land that did not see like half of the stuff I was doing. Well, sorta. Jesus, is that much of a delay on YouTube here?
Yeah.
Good
I had
Lord.
a larger delay than I did. It's like a 3-second delay on TikTok and like a minute delay on YouTube.
Good Lord. Yeah, like I haven't even adjusted the thing yet. The video. All right, so piece 1 is out. Oh my God, I'm still checking comments on YouTube. What in the? I have a feeling we're gonna have to be sitting down for some of this because my old self is already feeling it. God, I still haven't even adjusted it. Jesus. Still haven't even adjusted the camera angle yet.
Oh.
There's me and you.
It like glitched.
Yeah.
I like popped in.
I think it's just glitching because the internet's a little foobar today.
Especially after crashing.
Yes. Well, it didn't really crash. It was slow. Oh, there I am.
There we go.
Geez, like 3 minutes. Jeebus.
That's a little much.
All right. Put these off to the side just in case we need them. I'll put these screws off here too in case we need them. I'm going to remove the the tape from the rest of this build plate if I can. No, there's still some stuff stuck underneath it. We got to wait until we raise the build plate for the first time. That's fine. But yeah, so it's a dual-sided gold PEI. Not my favorite. I'm probably going to reach out to Sliceworks and see if they have one of my favorite build plates. Or if you guys use the Khedive, they're exactly the same plate. They're just there. They decided to take them and make them new. So, all right, moving along here. So now it says to remove the tapes, remove the sticky tape, more and more. Okay, remove the protective film. There is a camera in here. Where are you? Who are you? There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I shared it to all the
I cannot get that out. Bright light.
See it. Can't reach it. Not most of it.
Yeah, that needed to be on the other way.
What?
Thank God I got tweezers. Because there's no way I'm getting that off.
I can. Probably. Hopefully. Yeah, I could reach it.
You get it? I don't know. Nope. No, I got it.
Yay.
Yay. Always have tools. The right tools for the job. All right, let's check comments here. What's up, Dino? How's it going? All right, so pulled off all that, did everything. Okay, so essentially the first 25 pages of this book have been just removing everything. Okay, right, rear, left, front, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now we're moving on to the filament selectors. So we are going to, yeah, we're going to sit down for this because I'm going to have to put some brute force in here and get this snapped in here. properly.
About a 3 second delay on TikTok.
About a what?
3 second, 3 to 4 second delay. Yeah, TikTok.
You mean 3 minute? Oh, TikTok. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So, you guys are looking at it from the front. So I'm going to turn this big boy around so you guys can actually see the back of it and everything. And you guys can see what's going on in the back side of this. Because it's kind of interesting too, because it's a through and through printer. So you can actually see right through here. I have printed my own hand. Okay. Alrighty. Now, filament feeder marked L. So let's see. This is filament feeder marked L. And that is going to go on the left side. So there is a connector on the side here. You are to plug this in, and it tells you how to plug it into the correct way. I am just going to tell you that you have the little stub connector. That's going to go on the downside area where the 2 nozzles are for the filament to plug into. From what it looks like. Okay, let's try and plug this in. This is a very interesting connector. It's not a PC connector. It's not a normal connector. It's very, very, very strange. Okay, so we need to have it like this, right? Why does that not seem like it's right? But I guess it is. And that's why they have slack. Okay, so this is a slide in, snap, and then snap back. Ah, there we go. Okay, that's a little weird. Just giving you a heads up. It is a weird thing to snap that in, but it'll be alright. Say, you can do it. You can do it. All right, go ahead and do the same thing for this side as well. Again, the tab connector is going to go at the bottom where the little drawing is and the filament holes. You should hear that kind of clip into place. And then you have your back, slide it back, and there you go. Oh, that wasn't too bad. I was expecting that to be a lot harder to put that in there. Okay, so now we have the tool heads. Let me pull this off. Oh, for a second there, I thought the front was damaged. No, it's just the tape. That Gafton tape, whatever it's called. Okay. So now we got to turn this back around so I can take a look. See? So you guys can see what it looks like from the front side. Check some comments here. Thank them for keeping you powered up. Power. Go, go, Power Ranger. You mighty morphin' power. I might get striked because I'm too good at singing that. All right. So now it's asking for PTFE tubes, which we have right here. I do not know why these are 2 different sizes, but I'm guessing one is to go to the tool head and the other one is to go to the other side. So we need to make sure what is what. One is 6 millimeter and one is 4 millimeter. So it's asking for the 4 millimeter, which is the smaller of the two, obviously. So you want to go with the smaller tubes, and those are going to be your tubes that you feed into the filament holes. So from the back side, you have tube 1, which is on the top. That goes into tool head 1, which is the first on the right-hand side if you're looking at the back. Filament 2 is the bottom one, which is the second one right next to it. And these snap in pretty easily. Obviously, always pull on them to double check that they are seated properly. And if they are not, then you can go ahead and adjust. Oh, well, we already skipped to that step. I swore it had me install both of them, but all right, guess not. I skipped a step. I kind of went ahead and just installed both of them. But we have feeder number 3, which is on the top, and that's going to go into the next section. We have feeder number 4, which is on the bottom. That is going to go on the last one. Okay. That one's a little wonky to me, but it'll be alright. Okay. Now it says to achieve a secure fit, we need to put in, so the filament guider thingies are next, which are in this giant box here. We are going to remove all the USB-C cables because I do not think that these are coded to each one. I think they are universal from what I can tell. And if they are not, well, then we're going to have a bad day. So, but it looks like all of these, okay, so they are labeled differently, at least the little adjusters, the filament holders, not adjusters. Okay, so we're going to go from number 1, and we are going to put that on top. So again, I'm going to have to turn this around. So a lot of turning of this printer. Unfortunately, sorry about it. Okay. So now we're looking at the front. Number 1 goes on the top left. So there is a specific position that these need to go into, and they snap right in. Okay, now I see what they're talking about. So number 1 goes in there. Filament holder number 2 goes into here, into the bottom front. Okay. And filament number 3 is going to go in the top right. Okay, and filament holder number 4, the bottom right. All right, now that those are all clipped in, we can move on with the next task. Move the tool head swapper to the front to allow the installation of the waste cooler. I'm not a big fan of moving this forward by hand because, at least in previous years, if you manually moved anything that was a kinematic system, which essentially anything that has a moving part, you can essentially blow the motors out and destroy everything. So you're gonna have a bad day. All right, so now we have this little clear trough, which that goes into the back here, and which way we need to see. Okay, So this should just snap into place. There's two little like holes on the left and right hand side, and those should just snap right in there. There's a little slider area that it looks like it goes into. Is that how that goes in? It just seems a little odd, but I guess the gap is normal. Don't have to mind the gap, or you can mind the gap. Don't have to mind it. Okay. It's a little loose, like normal, I guess. Oh, I gotta verify with TikTok here. Yes, Chad, it is a new printer, the Snapmaker U1. This is the multi-tool head printer from Snapmaker. Okay, so now we are going to install the tool heads, which I'm guessing are in this box here. Haha, hiding underneath. Is this like a little protector? Ah, okay. So this has got a nice little cover on it. It's got the little hot end and the fan and everything. I don't know how well this is going to be for a quick change setup, but it doesn't look too bad. I've definitely seen a lot worse in terms of quick change. Okay, remove this label only when instructed. This tool head requires different installation process. Okay, you got it, sir. We're going to put all our tool heads out on the table here. Just be very careful taking them out of their little pouches because the front likes to try and come off of them. So grab them by the sides or the waist, whatever you want to call that. And that way they can get what they need out of it. Okay. I don't see what everybody was saying, like this was like so much harder for a long time. Installation seems pretty good. Prior to tool head installation, ensure all sliders are in their required position. The labeled tool head slider must be at the far left position. Okay, so each one has their own respected thing. Okay. So the first one, that's weird because it doesn't have that. I wonder if they updated this so you don't have to do that step. Because this does not have that selector. Oh, there it is. I don't know how to do that. Ah, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that, and we're going to take our screwdriver, and essentially there's a little slider on the left hand side that we're going to pull all the way to the left. Okay, so there's this slider right here. You pull this all the way to the left, all the way to the left, and that will reveal the little red teeth. Obviously, it shows you in the book, but in case you didn't know, that's what it's gonna do. What it do? Okay. So now we can go ahead and install the tool head into its spot. Align and insert the dowel rods sequentially into the rear side. Ah, okay. So, okay. So when you install it, the motor is going to be on the back side. I see what it does. I see what it do. Okay. Let's try and get this all situated. Oh, it's magnetic. What the hell? That I did not expect. Okay, so essentially, yeah, you're just going to follow suit on all of this, and that's basically how these are going to be. So that's very crazy, yo. Huh. Oh, that's because I have it upside down. I'm like, why does this seem so wrong? Because it is. Okay, so that just fits in there. So the first one is pretty much like your precursor, and the rest of them just kind of go in pretty easily. Boom, done. Wow, that's simple. And here I thought it needed like something crazy. So they're all magnetized in there. That's crazy. Huh. I did not know that. I mean, obviously they got to fit in there somewhere, but yeah. Sorry, the limit switches won't catch. I'm watching on YouTube. Has it been difficult so far? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The only difficult thing was removing the 6, 7, 9 screws on the inside. That was really about it. And then just setting up that first one. But after the first one, literally every single one is already set up to where it needs to go. Oh, nope, I was wrong. I'm going ahead of myself. There is a certain, you have to put these sliders in certain positions. So we're going to take tool head out here. We're going to slide that. Okay, so that one's good, actually. Tool head 2 is good. Okay. After installation is complete, the red marker on the slider should no longer be available. But it is. Ah, I see. I see. I see, I see. So essentially, you need to line this all up. I got it. Okay. So, just to show you guys what they're talking about. So, on this tool head here, there's different ways, okay? So when you install it, it should be like that. When you go to put it in, it should automatically be like that. So that's what it's basically saying, is you need to have all of them disappear. So red is bad. Everything else is good. Okay. So avoid manually handling the tool head swapper. No, really? Okay, so now we need to swap this over again, rotate approximately 2 turns on the tool head here. To loosen the 2 screws at the indications, no need to remove the screws. I think I need the other screwdriver, wherever I put it. Oh God, what did I do with the other screwdriver? Oh geez, I lost it. All right, chat. What did I do with the screw? Screwdriver. Oh, there it is. I found it. Thanks for nothing, guys. All right. So there are 2 screws, basically kitty corner from each other on the tool head here. And it says turn counterclockwise to loosen the 2 screws. We're going to do this with the shorter end. I'm just going to loosen them a little bit because I don't know. It says rotate approximately two turns. Okay. Okay. So hold the tool head swapper and move it along the indicator path for approximately 2 cycles and then retighten the screws. Okay, so we're basically doing manual calibration is what it is. Which I really, really don't like doing. This is a pretty tight belt here going forward. So I basically did 2 revolutions going one way and 2 revolutions going the other way. And then we're going to tighten it back up. So compared to all the other printers that are out there that are basically, you know, take out of the box and use, obviously this one requires a little bit more user understanding. So it might not be the best for everybody. Okay, so now it says thread the tool head cable through there with the filament tube cable. Okay. That's it? How dare you? Let's see what we're at. 5.2. Whoop whoop. All right, let's see what's going on. Like master and slave devices, similar to hard drives. Yeah, you don't want to manually move stuff. Okay, now it says thread the tool head cable through the opening in the filament tube holder. Let's see if I can figure what the hell they mean. So we're going to go to the front here. So this is probably to hold it on there. Okay. And then it says M5 16 screws. So we need the M2.5 16 screws. We need 2 of them. So these are basically, yeah, so we're going to do that for all 4. Okay. I do wish they provided with a little bit longer of a screw with a handle, or the Allen wrench with a handle, but this is fine. So essentially in this little box in the 4 corners, there are these plastic connectors, tubes that have like a kind of like a Eiffel Tower almost, or a building. You basically take it and set them all up. Knock them down. And then we screw them all in. So yeah, is it hard to install this? No, just follow the directions and you'll be all right. It's not going to be terrible. So it looks like no matter what, these are duplicate sides, so it's kind of hard to mess this up, to be honest. Which is nice. I think it might have been a little bit better to have them separate, like maybe have one side of the connector smaller than the other. But I guess that to make it kind of user-proof, they made it better. This one is not plugging in. Oh, here we go. Now we're just going to take all the screws, put them in here. And they do provide an extra screw, it seems like. So that's nice that they do. Whether or not that's actually an extra screw, we have no idea. I'm just going to screw these down really quick. There we go. Oh, probably should have double checked and made sure that I was on the right side. Yes, okay. So yeah, when you're installing these, make sure that the tip side is downward towards the front of the machine. And to make it easier, you could just press that down so you can get it all screwed in properly. What I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of pre-prepping all the screws a little bit, and then we're going to tighten everything down. You want to grab me a Coke? Thanks. Open it. Upstairs. All right. Now that we've got these all semi-screwed in, we're going to go through. We're going to screw them all down. Thank you. Got to get some fuel in. Thank you, helper. All right, so this, I guess, is kind of the boring part of this entire build. Again, if you're going to assemble this, I do highly suggest getting a long tipped bit. I don't know what T socket this is, but probably like a T20, I'm guessing. And that way it'll just go a heck of a lot faster for you guys. Do 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 Oh my God, my hands. Be feeling this in the morning. Now I got to do it all over again because the heads have to have the same thing. They don't disconnect, which is good. I just wish they had a clip connector or something. Make it so much easier. I would actually pay more to have a clip style connector. Like if they made it like a pro version that just made it easier for everybody, that would be so much better. So, but we're in the final stretches. So, all right. So now we need the 2.6 by 10 screws, and those are going to be 2 on each one. So these are 6 by 10. That's for the cable holder. These baggies are really nice too. These are probably the nicest baggies I've seen on any printer so far. Usually you just get, you know, really cheap, janky ones. Now, obviously, when you're putting these in here, just make sure that you're connecting the right one to the right one, because obviously you're going to have a bad day if you don't. So, do it one at a time. And again, they included an extra screw, just in case. Okay. So same thing, we're going to screw these down a little bit. And then we'll come back around and tighten them. Yes, my little puppers. My puppy dog. Because you were my puppy dog. It's just a puppy dog. God, I guess everybody left on TikTok. Oh, there's literally one person on TikTok. What time is it? It's only 9:45, people. Come on now. It's early. Right?
Yeah, it is me.
Let's see. What do you think the installation time is without explanation time? That's a very good question. So what, we've been live streaming for about an hour. I've probably been talking for a good, I don't know, half hour at least. So I'd say probably half hour with somebody who kind of knows what they're doing. An hour for somebody who has never done any installation work like this before. Because we're pretty much like at the end. Right now the next step, I'm guessing, is probably putting in the tubes and everything and getting everything settled up here. now we've got that all set up. I think there are a couple more screws that we need to put in, but we'll take a look and see. Okay, so it says repeat the same steps. We did that for all of them. 6mm filament tube, which is going to go down here. So we're going to put these all in here. So you slide the tubes down onto these little slides. And again, make sure you pull up so you can verify that everything is good. And it looks like they do give you some extra tube maybe. Unless this is for something else, but or an extra tube. They didn't give me an extra tube for the small one, right? No, they didn't. Just for the big one, which, I mean, I guess that's fine. All right, so 6mm filament tube that goes down, presses into there, calls it a day, and okay. So now, how do you tidy up everything? Repeat the same steps to install all 6mm filament tubes. Ah, there we go. So there's little clips somewhere right here. Nope, those are for nozzle wipes. Where's the clips? Ah, there's the clips. You know, the one that's labeled clips. So essentially, one side has teeth and the other side does not. So filament tube is non-teeth and tool head cable is teeth. So let's go ahead and get this all set up here. And obviously we want to put it all there. Okay, we're going to match up each tube to the head, and then we're going to clip it up. Okay. So I think there's probably 2, maybe 3 clips per head. So we're going to put in 2 at least right now. I don't think it really matters, but I'm doing PTFE on the right and connector on the left. Whether or not you want to do that way, that's up to you. Now, obviously, even though we might not have enough to put 3 on each, you could probably print out some ones to allow that. So. All right, this is shaping up already. This is looking fancy. Yeah, so I don't know if there's any specific way that you need to do that. Doesn't necessarily say that, but that's it. It pretty much is following that way. So it's making the cables on the right hand side. So, and it looks like we do have enough to do 3 on each of these. So that's good, because that loop, that upper loop, definitely needs some cable ties. But it also showcases that these are higher on their setup. So instead of being so far down, they're actually like way high up here, which I guess kind of makes a little bit more sense. because that will fix that that problem with the sagging. Yeah, that fixes it right away. So we don't really need 3. We just need 2. Since I am Mr. Perfectionist, we'll have to have these all at the same height. Okay. That looks perfecto. All right, let's check chat. I want to see a Benchy before I go to bed. Does the printer sacrifice any speed for the multi-heads? Actually, from what it sounds like, it does not. I mean, compared to some other printers, it might just a little bit. But from what I read on the website, the sacrifice is made up doing purging and other miscellaneous things that the Bamboo would do. Okay. So, all right. So that's it. So we went through 68 pages. Now, to be completely honest, 25 of those pages were miscellaneous crap that was just your standard stuff. We still have to turn on the printer and get the build plate to rise, so we can get the tape off of the rest of this stuff. So let's go ahead and do that right now and raise this. Now, I have not seen the interface for this at all. I have not really seen too much of how this printer works. I mean, a little bit, but not as much as I've looked into when I bought my X1. Again, I didn't purchase this, in all fairness. This was sent to me. So let's see what we got here. Oh, my knee is killing me. That's better. Okay, so we're going to do English. Next. Global. Next. Agree. Please review. Follow terms and conditions. We'll deal with that later. This, I'm going to block you guys up for a quick second here. Okay. Oop. All right. So we connected to the Wi-Fi. Now it's asking me for a QR code to set up. Scan QR code with Snapmaker app to log in. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. Hopefully this doesn't kick me out. Oh, I hope I didn't get disconnected there. I hope I'm still streaming. At least on YouTube land. All right, let's look up Snapmaker's app. Okay, we're going to install it. I agree. Agree to disagree. Allow. Log in. Okay, let's go ahead and scan the QR code. Come on. There you go. All right, confirm bind. Please read and agree. Okay. So all those terms and conditions and whatnot, that's just your typical stuff. Yeah, we're just going to keep it as U1. Call it a day. Okay. So we are good. Device calibration. Okay. Should probably put the build plate back on wherever I put it. May have to redo the calibration just because of all that jittering I did. I don't know if I like the build plate positioning on this. Never mind. I'm done. I'm done. Never mind. All right. So far, you're still streaming. Yep, so far. Also, you have good upper back genetics. Well, thanks for someone who's 42 years old. I guess that's good news. Okay, so now it's calibrating each and every head and making sure that it's good to go, which is great. I dig it. I guess I am still live. All right. What's up, Froggy? Froggy Fresh is in the house. I wonder what this is. There's like little nubs at the top here. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is the add-on for the top for this. Which actually, I thought this was going to be a lot taller. It's definitely a lot wider. So we're going to have to make some room, which is perfectly fine because, to be in all honesty, we kind of... I got my ties cut with Frozen. So I think we're going to get rid of the Mega 8K. Not just because of that, but because of I needed a build plate, or not a build plate, an LCD screen, and they're like $400 or $500. And to be in all honesty, I asked them to send me one, and they were supposed to months ago. Come back around to ask them about it, and they're like, yeah, we can't send out anything anymore. I'm like, so I've been waiting for them to send me the Arco, because I had asked about that. I put aside a resin printer review to get the Arco. That was the Sonic Mighty Revo. And yeah, so apparently I don't think we're going to be getting that now either. So it is what it is. I'll be honest. I think this is going to be the better of the two. Just my 2 cents. So. Still okay here. All right, good. Let's see who we got over here. Been a while, but years since I've been on here. You try the Spark X. No, so I'll be honest. Me and Creality do not get along. So device calibration 1 of 3. Nozzle cleaning nozzle 1 of 4. Clean the nozzle with the provided wire brush. Okay. So this is a nice little wire brush too. It's round. It's got a nice rubber handle on it. So that's really, really nice. I'm always worried about this because back in the day, you had electronics here. And when you'd use one of these while the machine was hot on, you blow up the whole thing, and you could potentially blow up the motherboard too. So I've always been a little weary of using those. So, but we might as well start opening up the filament here and getting that going. So we can pre-prep for when it wants us to load the filaments on. These do look like they're about 500 gram spools. Well, never mind, they are 500 gram. They say right on it. Yeah, so we'll use this up really quick. These will be easy to use, easy peasy. All right, it's asking me to do something else. Wants me to clean the nozzle again. Cleaning the nozzle. Cooling nozzle number 2. I can tell you already one thing I'm not a big fan of, and it's the same issue I have with the X1 Carbon, is the floor, while it's level, there's a lot of pockets that crap can get into. Filament, wastes, right? Little nubs here and there, potential failures, you know, so I'm not really digging that too much. They probably could have made the bottom a little bit better for my purposes, to be honest. But you know, I guess it's a personal thing. Like, it's not the end of the world like on the X1. So it probably won't be the end of the world on this one, but it's just, it can be a pain from time to time. So, I almost got an enclosure printer, but I like being able to reach parts. Understandable. Well, the thing is you can always get like a printer like the Bamboo Lab P1S, which I think is on dirt cheap sale right now, which is nice. So, but that's essentially a similar printer like this, but it's open. So it has no door, it has no top or anything. It's meant to be a cheaper Core XY style printer, which I believe this is Core XY, if I'm not mistaken. Judging by the kinematic system, that's what it looks like. Obviously, it's a tool changer as well. So it looks like we got one more calibration to go, and then probably off to the print races. So. Your friend just went live. Try co-hosting with them and bring joy to both of your live streams. What the hell was that? What is that? What was that? Is that my battery? Yep. 10% battery. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Where is my battery backup? Oh no. Maybe cooked, chat. Maybe cooked. This is no bueno, my friend. It's no bueno indeed. Well, let's see. We got, it's 100%, so let's see if we can plug you in. See if maybe this will work. Maybe. Hopefully. Ah, now. This is bad. Okay, chill. Jeebus. Give me a second, let me find my battery backup wherever I put it. Shit. Dang it. Hell yeah. Alright. We're okay. For now. It's not my fast charger, which I have no idea where I put it. Which I kind of need to, because we have Remurf coming up. Alright, so device calibration. Remove PEI. Sheet before calibration. Ow, ow, ow. That's a little toasty. It's a little weird. It's a little weird to do calibration on a bed without the bed. Hey, what do I know? Does this work here? What do I know? I'm a resin printer guy. I can speak. Did the machine have a brush built in to clean his nozzle periodically? Yeah, so there is a little brush area here. It says nozzle cleaning brush and nozzle parking pad, but I guess they want you to manually do it when it first starts up. But there is a little brush right down here in front of each tool head. There is a little tiny rubber brush, as well as a miniature PTFE tube to wipe out all the poop, essentially. So that's one of the things that this boasts about, is the fact that it has the ability to use less poop than, say, the competition, aka the B-boy. So we'll see. Once I do the first test print on this, my plan is to do a duplicate print. I'm just going to load up some random colors into the bamboo here, and we're going to load up whatever we got on the U1, and essentially we're going to run the exact same prints, and we're going to see how vastly different the print time is going to be. We're going to start them at the exact same time or close to it, and we're going to monitor it and see how different they really are. I have a friend from TikTok, Crystal Lee Craftworks. She's got a file ready to go. because she is kind of interested in purchasing one of these printers. But obviously that's one factor that she wants to know about, is the multicolor aspect of speed, because they're the type of people that go to craft fairs and stuff like that, and all kinds of different things on the weekends to sell prints and whatnot. And obviously efficiency is key, regardless of the price range, because, you know, obviously, even if this was $1,000 and that was $500, over the course of the short period of time, wasting doing different color swaps and things like that, it would make up the difference over a short period of time for the price range. And then obviously anything after that is going to be profitable. So so that's one thing I was already automatically interested in, and she was as well. And so we're definitely going to do a head-to-head competition, because that was really like the one thing. Should I get rid of this X1 and go with this? Well, thankfully I was sent one of these, and so now I can do a comparison and see if that's actually the case. And if that is, you know, we might end up getting rid of this or moving it somewhere else. I might bring it to work. Who knows? But it's definitely, one of these is going to stay. One of them is going to go. I don't think I would probably sell them, because if this one works the way that I want it to, just as good as this one, we're going to be in good hands with printers, FDM printers. So so we won't really need anything else down here in my hands for FDM. That'll be more than plenty. I will say that the only thing that I dislike about like the Bamboo printers is the AMS system. The printer itself has been fantastic. It's the AMS to be something to be desired about from time to time. I'd say probably 80% of the time it works all the time. And then the other 10-20% of the time it throws miscellaneous errors. Be it, you know, the spool being too light, or, you know, something. One of the cool features that I liked about this printer is when you load up your filaments, these little boxes that are on the side by your spool holders, they have automatic feeders inside of it, which is fantastic. Now, that's essentially the same as like the AMS system, but there are some differences, right? Whereas this will automatically feed it in and out right to your fingertips, and it's right there. I don't have to lift up, you know, a hood or anything like that. And it's really easily manageable to get to everything, because the PTFE tubes are right here. They're right at my fingertips. I can literally just push that in, pull it out, and I'm done. That thing I have to fight with. Now, granted, the newer AMS systems are a lot better. They're easier to maintain, but obviously I have an older system. I'm not going to update anything. There's no need for me to. Everything works for the most part. There's just some little quirks here and there, but they're manageable quirks. So, but then the other big thing that really drew me to this printer is the fact that it is a tool head changer. So that means one of the things that I was trying to do, if you guys were in here earlier in the live stream, you're going to hear it again. Essentially what I'm trying to move myself into is doing 3D printed footwear. So I've been on a 3D printed footwear kick. Now, obviously these are resin printed, so the quality is going to be much, much better than anything that is FDM printed. But still, the fact is I can do 4 different colors at TPU. AMS can, or I'm sorry, the Bamboo Lab can only do 1. And it's still kind of quirky here and there. The other great thing is I have a slightly larger build volume on this printer. So supposedly it is a 270 by 270 by 270. That is a 256, 256, 256. Now, most of you are probably saying, that's not a huge difference. But if you really think about it in the printing world, that is a big difference. I mean, even 2 millimeters is a big difference to a lot of things. That can make or break a shoe size, right? If I'm going to be going into that. So I guess one of the major swaps between this and the Bamboo Lab X1 is the fact that this is not fully enclosed and the X1 is. So that means I can basically print whatever I want on it. But that doesn't mean that we can't get an add-on to get this up and running, which there are tons of different add-ons. Like I said, my first modification is to do the enclosures for this because I think they look fantastic. They make the machine look really, really crazy and cool. And it's definitely on my list to get one of those, or print one, I should say. If they make them, I'll see if I can try and grab one of those and see how they are. But right now, I think they're just printed, and there's also a printed enclosure as well, which is really crazy. So. All right, so we got 3 people. We dropped out a couple people. Who's watching over here? We got 3 people, so we got 6 people total. All right, this is taking a long time. Estimated time 2 minutes. I'm sorry, guys, this is taking a long time, but we got to do it right, right? 9%. Oh, boy. This is no bueno. I need to find my charger. I know it's been a hot minute since I used it, but what the heck? It's not my backpack, is it? Maybe? Hopefully? Nope. Because why would it be in the place where it should be? That would make sense, people! And I don't make sense. Okay. We all calibrated? We good to go? Device calibration, offset. Now please put on the build plate. Yeah, we're gonna have to find that that power supply. I mean, we're okay right now. We're juicing up, but it's a slow juice. What I need to do is clean up down here. Yeah, I really have no idea what the hell I did with that. Dang it. Dang, dang, dang. Dang, 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 ding, dong, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. All right, so now it's heating bed, check bed leveling. Okay, now it's doing point bed leveling. Oh, that's where I put them. What's up, Peacock? Welcome back. Sorry, we had technical difficulties earlier. As per usual, you know, it's not a live stream without some sort of issue going on, you know. It's that's typical. So I don't know, chat. I'm at a loss. Really don't know what I did with that. Oh my god, 34 at 169. Good lord. It's literally tapping the entire build plate. Holy cow. I mean, I guess that's good, but I hope it doesn't do that for every print. That would take forever. Forever. I know, Pete, we're trying to hold on here. It's 10:30 almost. We're still doing calibration. So I think the calibration is about as long as the build process. Maybe a little bit less. Just a little. Because what, we're almost 2 hours into this live stream. That's a pretty long live stream. Usually by now I would just say, let's call it a day. But you guys wanted to see a benchy at least started. So we'll get it started for a little bit. I'm curious to see something going on here. So, but this is going to take forever. Okay. That's weird. So the internals here are a Nexus 5. How do I know that? Because when it sent me, so I have Google, and it sends me security alerts when you sign in through things that have Google. So, and it said, hey, there's a Nexus 5 trying to connect to your account. Well, yeah, there is, but it's not a Nexus 5. It's a Snapmaker, but it is a Nexus 5 apparently. Let's see here. But might be worth it, right? I can talk today. Gee. What material are you using for resin printing shoes? So I didn't print these. These were sent to me by a company. But if I had to print them, I mean, really any TPU style resin, I would probably use that as a starter, like a flexible resin. I would probably choose like Monicure 3D Flex 100 for depending on the application. I guess I could really boil it down to that's really when you're doing major resin printing, that's where it really shines. You have to understand what you are wanting to print, and then you can go from there and choose your type of resin, because there are flexible resins, right? And just like flexible filament, there's different flexibilities, right? So, some of them are 85A, some of them are 95A, some of them are 65A. So that's the shore hardness of what it is and how flexible it can be. This shoe is designed in a specific way where it uses the same TPU. This is an SLA resin, so this is a laser resin. So this is slightly different than like what I would use in these printers. It's a little higher quality and it bonds better. So with this, the way that they designed it is the sole of the shoe is more structurally rigid, whereas the top is less structurally rigid, but it utilizes the same resin through and through, right? Because obviously we can't do multi-material style resins. But that's all design work. Like that, somebody took their time, figured out how to strengthen certain things up and make it work. So, well, I think we're almost done. Vibration compensation. I will say this does seem to be much quieter than the X1. There is a little bit of machine noise that you guys could probably hear from time to time, but in terms of the vibration compensation, it is day and night. Like, yeah, it's going up, but if I did the vibration compensation, that would drown this thing out. Okay, it's getting a little louder. But still, not anywhere near what the X1 is. Probably about half the hearing of it. Now, is that going to be like a bamboo and you can pick to bed level or not when you start a print? I'll be honest, I have no idea. We will find that out. What's up, Jerry? How's it going? Yeah, I got one sent to me. I was just casually talking to a coworker, and apparently she thought that I was passionate enough to say, hey, you know what, I'll see if Snapmaker will send you one. And sure enough, they did. I thought it was kind of a joke, to be honest. I never take things like somebody sending me something, especially at this kind of caliber, sending it to me and being like, yes, I'm going to get it. I always say, I might get it. If I do, I do. I don't, I don't. So I never get my hopes up if something doesn't go through, because I never expect anything from anybody, right? So, hi, dude. Been a while. How's it going? Wow, a lot of people are stopping in here from old time. Now that is loud. That is a little loud. Yeah, what's up, man? How's all the modding life going? You still doing some little tinkering here and there? Okay, we're still holding at our percentage on the Pocket 3. Like I said, I really need to find that that charger. I don't know what the hell I did with it. So this shirt does not look flattering on me. I'm like super fat. I'm a fat guy in a little cup. I have gained some weight, but I've also lost like 10 pounds. Haven't been eating as much crap. But obviously it still shows that I still have some hefty weight. And Jerry, I hear you got some ticking stuff going on. I need to go and get checked out myself on the 2nd of this next month because I got some interesting ticking going on. So we'll see what they say. Next, the filament loading procedure will be completed in approximately 5 minutes. Okay, start. I'm gonna install the filaments. Okay, let's start with number 1. Now these are RFIDs. I don't know if they need to go in a specific way, but we will find out. So I'm guessing. Oh, never mind. They do need to go into a specific way. That's kind of loud. That's really loud. That's nice. I like that. Just kind of flows it for you. So yeah, when you're loading up, just know that the filament goes under, not over. The same way you would load toilet paper, right? How many arguments can we start? Really quickly, chat. I do like that. I like that a lot. I know it's loud as hell, but... Okay. Now we're all set up. Official filament auto-recognized after preloading. Third-party filament manual profile setup required. Got it. Okay. So on 1 we have white, 2 we have red, 3 we have yellow, 4 we have black. Okay. So they don't have a benchy, but they have a little dragon. So we're going to do a dragon. Okay, that's the display. All right. So this is already set up. This is going to take 2 hours and 56 minutes for this little print. We will put on all of this. Advanced options. Okay, confirm. So I'm going to basically put on all the options, and we're going to see how it starts with all the options on it. So let's see here. I'm actually building an AMS style mount for the 85X IFS. Sweet. Since we're talking tool changers, any thoughts on FlashForge's Creator 5? It looks like it is literally a copy of this. Now, I've had several FlashForges. I like FlashForge, but they're not 100% reliable, right? they always seem to give weird, random bed leveling issues. Always. At least for me. I can't speak for everybody else. But in my experience, every single one that I've had has always had some weird bed leveling issue with it. I can't explain it. I don't know what the hell it is, but every single one. But if you somehow remedy that, which I never keep them long enough to figure out what the actual issue is with that, they will probably be very good printers. I know a lot of people that have them, and a lot of people love them. They have been around for quite some time, so it's not like they don't know what the hell they're doing. They were pretty much the first of enclosed printers. The only downfall that they had was they were always smaller. They were always like 200 millimeters or 220 at the most. And really, really small box printers, but they had a lot of tech packed into them. But nobody gave them the love that they deserved. So they were just kind of put in the corner, and all these really, really cheap printers, because obviously they were double the price with all the tech that was packed into them, nobody gave them the love that they did with like Creality and Anycubic and G-Tech and all the other, standard printers that came out at that time. So, filament loading anomaly, error code 1. Encoder 1 wheel speed anomaly, view solution. Okay. Let's view this solution. See what it says. Okay. All right, so this one is the weird one. I think it's because it needs to be snipped at the end. I think the front of it is all janky. So we're gonna snip the front. Shit. Didn't want that to happen. It unwound. Now I have to manually wind it back. Which that's fine. I can easily do that. Which is nice. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Okay, so we are purging out. That's what it looks like. All right, let's see. Dragons are better than Benchies anyway. I agree. This one's kind of cool too because it's multicolor. Put your plate back in before you start. I don't see you put it in. Yeah, the plate, the build plate, it's in there because the last steps for calibration was with the build plate on it. So, but thank you. Hello, I ordered a U1 2 weeks ago. I like to know how long you wait for yours to arrive. So I'll be completely honest. I did not order mine. This was sent to me free of charge. Okay, full transparency. I know that's going to rub a lot of people wrong, but I do reviews. I also work for a company called Tom's Hardware. So we do a lot of printer reviews. So this was sent to take a look at and give my opinion on. So I have a special case in that sense. So just straightforward with you. Okay, I'm not going to be one of those people where it's like, oh well, I got mine because I'm awesome. No, I'm not. Far from it. So, let's see. What's up? How's it going, Denny? With their 85X, they have like a leveling embedded in the bed, like a pressure plate. It works for me. Someone needs to share a shave and a haircut. No, I just didn't use hairspray. I haven't for like the last week or two. But I probably need to have this trimmed. Nah, maybe not. This one's pretty good. I just haven't used my hairspray. So, yeah, so Fred, like I said, I did not pay for this unit. So this is essentially a test unit. But it probably took me about a week or so to get it from when I was chatting. Maybe a little bit less. So it's a joke. Oh, sorry. Jokes go over my head, man. It's the downside of being autistic. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. All right, so I probably shouldn't have done the whole calibration thing, but oh well. I'm a stickler for doing the calibration stuff because most of the time when I print something, I just print it and let it go. I don't care about anything else. This is not the Ender, Creality Ender 3 era where it's like I literally have to sit here and babysit it before it starts to make sure that it starts. And then as it starts, lay down a couple layers before I leave. We're not doing that anymore. It hasn't been that way in a couple of years now. So I just, I always make sure that I have all of my stuff enabled because I'd rather have a successful print than wing it. The only time that I'll wing it is if I'm in a hurry and I need a print done really quickly. But that's very, very rare. So. But yeah, as you can see, all of these printers are basically reviews. I have about 4 other printers that I need to do reviews for. One of them I cannot even talk about for at least another 2 weeks. Also, if you guys are going to be up by Colorado, what is it? The weekend of April 16th, I believe it is. That weekend, there is the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest that's going to be going on. And yeah, we're going to be there and chilling with people and having some fun. And yeah, hope to see you guys there if you are. All right, so hopefully in the next 15 minutes, we start a print. Hopefully. I really hope so. So I can tell you it's already kind of pooped about the same as my bamboo on this one, from what it looks like. But again, I don't know if there's a way that we can calibrate that a little bit better or what. So you are very welcome, bud. It's a joke. Yeah. Yeah. So I will say that if you did purchase this machine, as of right now, I'm kind of digging the whole setup of it. Obviously, it has not started a print yet. We are on our way to doing the first one. I'm probably not going to be doing the entire live stream of it because it's going to take another 3 hours, and I'm not going to live stream a 5-hour live stream just so you guys can see the first Benchy, or not Benchy, Dragon, because they don't use a Benchy, because Benchies are outdated and overplayed. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Cancel me. I was never a big Benchy fan. Ever. In fact, prints in general, test prints, I was never a big fan of. But this one is kind of cool, test print, so I'm going to print this one. So anyway, now I've totally forgot what I was talking about. So I was just rambling on about nonsense. The printer itself. So as of right now, just looking at the printer, it's really, really cool. Pretty easy to assemble. It's probably going to take you about a half hour to an hour to assemble this printer. There is a little bit of assembly required. Make sure that you read the manual through and through, and make sure you do it step by step, because if you don't, you will probably have a bad day. So just make sure that you do it right the first time, and you won't have to worry about it ever again. That's just my 2 cents on that. But yeah, this looks really nice. It's very, very quiet. The fan's a little loud, but not anything super crazy. So, just some dust. Packaging is very, 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 very good. Probably some of the best packaging for a printer I've seen yet. If this thing arrives damaged to your house, there is something terribly wrong with the shipping company that you have, that they are using to get to your house, because it is packaged that well. I'd be very surprised to see any broken units getting to somebody, unless, like I said, they like threw it down a flight of stairs or something. And even then, I'd be very, very skeptic about it. So, oh God, we lost the phone. Can we still get the live back? Yes, resume it. Aha! You guys are still here. Haha. Sorry, the phone died. So now you're on my other phone. Basic Bensky just released a video saying the U1 has a skip object. Yeah, so all of these new printers have similar system setups like the Bamboo. So the Bamboo has a skip object. I think even Creality has one. Anycubic has one. So I would have no doubts that this one has it as well. So, but let's look at some of the features here. So we have a light. AI monitoring is enabled. Turning off the LED may reduce detection accuracy. Turn it off anyways? No, we're going to cancel that. So that's interesting. Okay, so fan speed is off. LED strip is on. Our nozzle, or our bed temp, is at 55. We're at 100% speed. Tool head is like that. It tells you what tool head it's on. So we're on tool head 3. That is correct. And then our movements. So we can basically control everything here. So, so yeah, even though it says it's 2 hours and 56 minutes, it's probably more like 3.5 hours with the calibrations all set up. So, again, my apologies. What's up, Digitally Forged? How's it going? We're just checking out the Snapmaker U1 here. Let's see how we are on this. Okay, good. We're still maintaining that, and we're good on that. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, I was like, why did it shut off? It says 41%. Yeah. Funny enough, I saw basically Bensky's latest video about his TPU shoes, which that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get one of these and why I've been looking into it for quite some time. And I found it really funny, the type of shoe that he decided to print, because I've had this printed for about 2.5 months now, and it's the same shoe. I saw this and I was like, that's too cool not to print. But of course, I have the bamboo, which only prints in single color. And yeah, I could probably dye that or color it or whatever and make it look legitimate of what I want or give it custom colors, what have you. But that's one of the main reasons why I was looking into this, because like I said, I've been on a TPU shoe kick lately and have been for like the past 6 months. Yeah, I wanna make my own. And to top it all off, there is a designer out there. You guys have maybe seen him. He's pretty big on TikTok. His name is Plastic 3D. He has a ton of shoes that he is going to be releasing, or has released, I think, by now, on his Patreon. So if you guys are interested in stuff like that, he's got some really, really cool designs. My buddy It's Boy in Space, you've probably seen some of the shoes that he designed with him and printed out. So have a good one. Looks like a great printer. You're always welcome on Saturdays. Yes, absolutely, Jerry. One of these days I will be back on Saturdays. It's just been super hectic with life. But I will definitely stop in one of these days for sure. I promise you. And thank you for the invite as always. So for future reference, if you are doing 4 colors and you're doing the tool head calibration, just know it's going to take an extra 20 to 30 minutes to do that. Because we started this calibration at about 10:45, 10:40-ish. So we're only on extruder 3. But let's hope for a successful print, right? If I did all this for naught, I'm going to be very, very mad. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the love. All right, so we're on our final steps of calibration. So in terms of poop, not too much, but a lot for calibration at least. Again, we can probably skip this and get that down. I don't think the tool calibration is absolutely necessary every single print. But if you're one of those people who want to be on the safe side of things, then by all means go ahead and utilize it. Just know that you're going to add on at least another half hour to your print at the bare minimum. So I am surprised I'm standing this long, to be honest. I'm old, but I'm not that old. But also the weather has been playing tricks on us the last a couple weeks, where it's been like 70, then 30, then 60, 60, 60, then 30. It's going to be like that again. So it'll be 70 tomorrow. It was like 42 today. And then it's going to be like 65, 62, and then down to 38 for the weekend. So it's going to be fun. But hey, at least we get to check and make sure that the poop chute and everything is working properly. So I guess doing this calibration is a good thing. One thing I wonder, now that I'm thinking about it, is what about dual and tri-filaments? How would that look if you did multicolor on that? Like you could essentially do a two-face in like a two-face bust. One in like regular color, and then the other half in like a purple and green color, like a color shifting. That would be interesting. That would be very, very interesting. So essentially you would do like, you know, whatever the multicolor for a normal face, right? So let's say you were limited to your 3 colors here on this face, and then the other side you would do in your purple and everything. And then obviously your, whatever your bust is, sorry for the loud noise, whatever your bust goes to, your shirt and everything, you know, the outfit would be obviously matching with the two-face and everything. I think that would be really cool. That would be pretty epic, in my opinion. So, is it the shoes? He's heating up. He's on fire. Should I do like a cheesy hook video? Oh my God, he's on fire. Like I should totally do that hook when I do the comparison video for the Bamboo and the Snapmaker, and be like, he's heating up. Is it the shoes? Just show some TPU shoes. That would be great. Oh, that I can stand so long? That might be, actually. You know, these are pretty comfy. I'm actually kind of disappointed because I bought these, what were they, Reeboks? Adidas. Adidas came out with 3D printed shoes. So they're just like regular shoes, and they're Latisse 3D printed stuff on the bottom. And I was talking to Joseph Prusa last year at Rapid TCT, and I asked him, I'm like, hey, how's these shoes? He's like, man, these are the best shoes I've had. He's like, if you have a chance to pick them up, go ahead and do it. But I wasn't about to pay $250 for a pair of shoes like that. I'm sorry. I don't think I paid over $100 in my entire life for a pair of shoes. I've always grown up kind of poor. Now, granted, I have money. I can buy those shoes. But to me, $250 is just anything over $100 for a pair of shoes. They better last me a long time. Or they better be the most comfy things that I've ever worn. So I went out and I bought them. And then I got a resin pair of slippers. They're more like Croc kind of shoes. I don't know what happened to them. Like, they just disappeared. I had them right before Christmas, and I have not seen them since. I don't know where they are or what happened to them. So they went MIA. And then a company I reached out to, I asked them about these shoes, and they sent them to me, and they have been fantastic so far. So, all right, hopefully we should be starting our print now. I think so. Here's to hoping. My next printer will be the Qidi Max 4. Do you review Qidi machines too? I've never reviewed a Qidi machine. To be in all complete honest, I've always thought as Qidi being the lowest tier printer. Now, they have seemed to have risen over the years in terms of quality and what they used to be. What they are now? Yeah, quality-wise. They used to be like, oh, I'm going to take this printer and make it the cheapest pile of garbage ever and sell it. And that's what they used to do. They used to duplicate machines and use the cheapest parts possible and then sell them for maybe, $100 or $150 less than what the competition was. And they just never worked out, and how they're still around is beyond me. But yeah, they have definitely come up the ranks in terms of looking quality wise. I don't know about print quality, but I will tell you that a fellow TikToker had just got the new Quiddy, Quiddy 2, I think it is. Whatever the bamboo Creality looking one is. And it's all over TikTok, like everybody's selling them right now. I think it's called the A2 or something like that. Something 2, right? And they were just talking about how they got it, and they got it for really, really cheap, and it's not really printing. So, but yet I know tons of people that are selling them right now that are printing perfectly fine, and they think that that's the next, the next thing. So I don't know. Me personally, I'm kind of, I think I'm a little more biased to it. So I'm not, I don't really dig it. So please don't tell me it's going to do 169 points. Oh, thank God. Only 50. Still a lot, but good God. The resin god pumping plastic. I mean, technically, all plastic starts with resin, so you can't make filament without resin pellets. You can't. So technically, resin wins, no matter which way you look at it. Without resin, you wouldn't have 3D printing. So, sorry, not sorry. I still wear $19 Wally World specials, right? I still have, I have a pair of boots from Wally World that I've had for like the last 5 years for, I think they were maybe $40, if that. I think maybe 30 at that time. I think they're 40 now. But I've had those things for a long, long time. No, it's been over a decade. To 2016, yeah. I don't know, 2016 or 2018. I got them. No, it would have been 2016, right? No. I'm sorry, 2013. 2013 is when I've had them since. Now, granted, I don't wear them every day, but still, I've had them. I've worn them quite a bit, and they're fantastic. I usually use them when I go paintballing nowadays, but they're like the steel toe boots, the knockoff like Timberland style ones, and they have been fantastic boots. I'm sure the quality has dropped over the years, ever since COVID, because that just seems to be par for the course with everybody. But yeah, we'll see. So I knew AGI was going to ruin this world. That's right. So yeah, to go back to your point about the Quiddy tech, I can reach out to them and see. It's not something in my planning. I do more resin than I do FDM, but we can always take a look and see how it is. I know several people that have had the other Quiddy Max printers, and they seem to be kind of so-so with them. Some of them have great times, some of them don't. So as of right now, looks like we got a print going down here. So we're looking pretty good. I don't see any lifting, any issues right now. Knock on fake IKEA wood, compressed wood, composite wood, whatever you want to call it. There is a thud from time to time. And I think that's just the machine pulling the filament back, but it's just kind of weird. Looks like we're laying down. Not too bad. I would try and get you guys a close-up, but if I take you off of there, we will end this stream very quickly because you're at 9%. So, unfortunately, we cannot move you off of where you are. So. So I will say that's a solid first layer there. I am color me impressed. I'm totally using that hook. Totally. You guys heard it here. If you guys steal it, I'm coming after you. So the Snapmaker U1 is out. Color me impressed. But this thing is a beast. Totally using that as a hook. 100%. It's too good not to. So, all right. So I guess we'll give you guys another. It's 11 o'clock my time. It's 11:08 to be exact. We'll give you guys till 11:15, and we'll call it a night. Because I think you guys have been here long enough. I mean, unless you guys want to stick around for a little bit later, I mean, I can probably have the live stream going till 11:30 if you're okay with that. But I'm gonna be sitting my lazy butt down. So I have the Q2 and I love it. That's why I will buy the Max 4 when it's available. I did pre-order the U1, but I don't like doing any pre-order, so. DJI Osmo. Oh, my battery's gonna die on my my audio here in a little bit. So, regardless, let me know what you guys want. You guys got another 5 minutes, or do you want to stick around for another, 15 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes? Let me know. I'm fine either way. I just don't want you guys to be hanging around doing nothing. But before we go, I can show you guys the print and how it's going. So I can tell you right now, it's looking good. The one kind of oddball thing I will say is because the build plate is so high up, it taps the entire carriage. It's just a design thing. It's nothing bad with the printer. It's just how it is. The X1 Carbon kind of does it, but this one's more loud because it is all enclosed on the inside area there, whereas this the Bamboo is a little bit more open. So. The volume changed? Oh, okay. That's weird. My thing didn't die, did it? No. No, we still got it. All right, well, screw it. I'll just sit here. We'll give it till 11:30. How about that? We'll just let it be. Let me see if I can bring you guys over here. I should be able to with this battery pack. I just need to. How am I going to do this? I'm going to have to find. I don't think I have my other setup here. Dang it. I have no idea where any of my setup is. Like, I haven't used it in a year or so. But there it is. There we go. All right, let's get you guys off of here. You guys want to come along for the ride? Let's go, TikTok. Now the problem is trying to put you guys down. Because I got you on a short, stubby stand. I mean, I guess I could put you right on the bed if I really wanted to. You stay. Nope, this is not going to work. I'm going to destroy this. See, can we zoom in a little bit? Ah, the power of technology. Here, we'll put you guys on the back camera so you guys don't see my ugly mug. Or not. There we go. But yeah, it's looking good. Bleed is not bad. Ellie, what's up, buddy? How are you? How is the chocolate world? Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the love. See if I can try and move you guys. I gotta move around here because I have stuff that you guys can't see. Not at least yet. Let me see if I could try and move you around here. What can we do? There we go. All right. Nice close-up of the bed plate. So yeah, Purge Tower, I guess you can use, but also not use. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But, yeah. Nope, we can't lift you up there. That's bad angle. That's bad angle, Lieutenant Dan. Hold on. There we go. That's beautiful. What are you watching? What are you guys watching? Oh yeah! Snap it to a Snapmaker! Ah, yeah. All right, I'm starting to get slap happy here. Let's see here. How's it going, Maker Viking? Doing pretty good. I believe the U1 is an excellent multicolor printer. What I don't like is the lack of information. I received an email confirming the purchase and nothing else. I have no idea when the machine will arrive. So there should be somewhere on the website. Let's see, because I actually have the website up here. So let's see. We're going to pre-order. It says shipped from U.S. warehouse April 10th. So next month, not even 2 weeks away or so. What was that? It's a little over 2 weeks away. So supposedly 2 weeks away. It's a prime tower to build up the pressure in the nozzle and clean the nozzle. You can turn it off, but then quality suffers a bit. Yeah. So, yeah, what he said. That's a lot of wires. They don't stay inside. No. So you got to understand, like, this is the wire for each and every tool head, and this is also the PTFE tube for each and every tool head. So each and every one has their own stuff. So that's how it gets fed. Whereas, like, let's say a bamboo. Okay, a bamboo just has a singular head, and then it has the 4 colors out the back. So it's a different type of system. The plus sides to this is this will allow you faster tool change because it's right at the head already. So there's no pulling back the filament, then loading in a new filament, nothing like that. So in terms of time saving, this is going to be way faster time saving wise. No matter what you are printing, it is going to be twice as fast already off the bat. But they claim that it's even faster than that. Like, I think on their website, let me see what they were boasting about exactly. I don't want to really spread lies, essentially, with it. But they did have, like, a setup here where it showcased one print. So it's saying that for this print that they're printing right now, the Snapmaker U1 does it in 5 hours. Now, this says it's going to take it 3 hours, but with the calibration and everything, that might be about right. And it's only going to cost 96 grams of filament, whereas other competitors are going to be 483 grams of filament, and it's going to take them 30 hours to print this exact same model. Now, what we are going to do is Crystal Elite Craftworks is going to send me a file that is 4-color, multicolor. We're going to throw it on the Bamboo X1 Carbon, and we're going to throw it on the Snapmaker. Same specs, same calibrations on the profiles, everything. Same exact thing. We're going to hit print at the same exact time, and we're going to see what is happening, how much filaments we're going to waste, how much purge we're going to waste, and also see quality-wise. And, I mean, we're basically going to go down the line and see what is what. So I have some filament here that I can run off some stuff, and we'll get it all situated. But yeah, we'll see how it does. But that is definitely on the list. So you can cover it. There is an aftermarket cover that you can buy off of their website. That is a plastic cover that goes over this, and you can essentially make it an enclosed printer. There is also printed covers for the sides here where the spools are. I'm going to make that, print that design, and we're going to cover this all up and make it look really cool. So, how much is the retail on one of those? More than you can afford, pal. No, it's so right now they are going for $849. That is without shipping. So essentially, you think about it this way. This is comparable to like a P2S with an AMS or an X1 carbon with an AMS. Probably more an X1 carbon, because I don't know what tech is exactly packed into the P2S. I thought the P2S was essentially the replacement for the X1, but I don't know if it does the same stuff. But this does everything that the X1 can do, just maybe slightly better and maybe slightly faster. I will tell you that regardless, I have a faster printer than both the X1 Carbon and the Snapmaker. And that is right on the floor over here. It is the FL Sun S1. The only downside is it's a single color printer. If they somehow made a multi-material system for that, oh my God, be on the lookout. Because I can print half the time that I can on the S1, FL Sun S1, than I can the Bamboo in ludicrous mode. So I printed a helmet in 12 hours on this FL Sun S1. The Bamboo on ludicrous mode said that it was going to take like 22 hours to print. The same thing, same setup and everything. So, but again, single colors. So, one of the boxes on IKEA fits the top if you print a frame for it. No way. Way cheaper than buying the stock one or the one from Big Tree Tech. Oh, so Big Tree Tech does have one, huh? I thought I saw one. Let's take a look here. Because a Big Tree Tech's got a lot of cool stuff, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of them, but man, they've really stepped up their game for printers and stuff like that. So, so this is a waist pad. What is that? Just for like the bottom of the printer? That would be nice to cover the bottom. We'll have to see. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the pop cap, as they call it. Doesn't look that great, but I did see a 3D printed one today that somebody made on the group, and it looks really, really cool. So we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, so BQ Cryo Grip for the Snapmaker. I might have to grab one of those if Sliceworks doesn't have one. So let's see what we're at right now. So we are currently at 14%. That is absolutely way faster than a Bamboo. I can tell you that much right now. We are at layer... Does it tell me what layer? I don't think so. I wish it did. Damn. So I will say that's I guess kind of one downside is that it does not tell me what layer I am on. But that I'm at 14% completed. not the end of the world. And again, this might need an update too. I don't know if there's any updates out there, so there might be a better UI. They might even come out with an update later on to allow that. It is one thing that I do kind of like about the X1 is that it shows you what layer it's on. So if anything does mess up, I don't have to go in and guesstimate where it messed up. If I wanted to try and continue the print, I can just start at layer whatever, because I know that's where the failure was, right? So that's definitely one thing I will discuss with them. But let's see if we can maybe find out some information. Settings, account, print preferences. Air printing detection. Printing automatically pauses when a filament tangle or nozzle clogs. So we didn't even have that enabled. AI monitoring, auto loading, device calibration, maintenance, screen timeout, which is nice. It's doing time lapse too, so we can see what it's got. But yeah. I guess that's kind of one downside is it doesn't tell you what the layers are. So, what's up, Bearded? Yes, it's a new printer. Okay, so I was pricing out like the H2 one, and I think it's almost $2,500. How much is it? So much. So the H2 is bigger, first off. I think that's a 300 millimeter. This is 270. So, I mean, it's close, but obviously that 30 extra millimeter is a big difference. Secondly, it's all enclosed. And thirdly, the H2 probably has some extra stuff on it. So, I don't understand how this is so much cheaper than the H2. Yeah. That's right, new printer. Whoop, whoop. So here, let's go and look at the H2 here. Let's look up Bamboo. Okay. All right. Let's go. We're going to go products, H2 series. Let's go to store. All right. So if we're talking about like the H2C, which has essentially a similar setup where it swaps colors like it does. Because I don't think the H2D has that, right? And now they have an they have the H2S. Okay, they did have that out. Never mind. So the H2C. So let's see what the difference is between this. So you have 4 colors. You have 330 by 320 by 325. So that's first and foremost. It is a much bigger printer. It is a... it's got a heated chamber, so that's another thing. Closed loop servo system, which is unmatched. Those are really nice to have because it just allows it to print as the best that it possibly can. It's a mood point, to be honest. 350C nozzle. I don't know what this goes to be honest. Let's see what the Snapmaker goes to. All right, so the max on this is 300C. Now, I think where the Bamboo is going to shine is the fact that you can do different nozzles on there. I don't know if you can do that with this one. I'm almost positive that you cannot on this. So, time for some sleep, 5:30 a.m. All right, man, have a good one, Maker. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it could be in the app too. I'd have to look at the app really quick, but unfortunately you guys are on my phone. So, max heat bed is 100. Yeah, so I mean, besides really the size, that's really the only major difference. I guess because it can print technically 7 colors, on that, like swapping, because I guess it can hot swap 7 nozzles. 2, 4. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Yeah, so that's obviously it's a step above what this printer would be because it can do 7 nozzles. So it has 6 on standby and 1 in the hot end. So, so yeah, that's the 2 big differences, but 3 big differences. It's got a heated chamber, it's got a bigger build volume, and it can swap 7. So, yeah, I saw that, the changer. Gotcha. Different style of changer. So the H2C has nozzles on the side here, and it basically like hot swaps them like really, really quickly. So it does a swap, kind of like how this is doing, just on the side, and it's all enclosed. So a different style of tool changer, so to speak. But again, as far as I know, you're limited to 4 colors regardless, like on the AMS. So the thing that's going to make this shine is you can do 4 different color TPU prints on this printer. On the Bamboo Lab, I don't think you can do that because it still utilizes an AMS system. So you're still limited to that. Now, that's a use case scenario, so it depends on who's needing it or not. So, but I'm pretty much over time here, so I'm gonna call this a stream, and I thank you guys all for watching. But yeah, so let's get you guys over here. Come on. Get my ugly mug out here. All right. So that is the Snapmaker U1 unboxing and setting up. In reality, it probably should take you about a half hour to 45 minutes, maximum an hour for new users. People, when I say new users, these are people that are buying this as their first machine. Because it's just a lot of like installation stuff. Okay, it's not something that you're used to with printers nowadays. You know, most printers that you buy nowadays are just you take them out of the box and call it a day. So that's the other reason why this printer is a little bit cheaper than its competition. Is there are some stuff that you have to put together. So it gives it a little bit cheaper of a price range. If this was more of a complete system in a box, ready to take out and print, I would probably see this more in a $1,500 to $1,600 range, which is still, in my opinion, a good bang for the buck. So if they happen to make like a pro version or a fully assembled version, I think they can probably still sell it at that point. But that's my 2 cents on that, whether or not people are actually going to want to do that. I still like to tinker from time to time, so it's kind of nice to have a printer like this that you still have to do some tinkering a little bit to put it together. And then after that, it seems to do everything itself. So it's really, really nice. So, but that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this this live stream. And if you guys aren't following, please go ahead and do so. And yeah, till next time, guys, happy printing. All right.